Hi everyone, my name is Vinod Kumar A, Department of VCE, SVCE Bangalore. So today I am here to explain you about Python application programming. So everyone knows about Python, maybe in previous sems, unlike software IT students, some EC people little bit know about it because it's a professional subject for us. So Python is a high level language and this language is used to some web development, scientific applications, data analysis, artificial intelligence, and many more. In many more applications, we use Python. So today I am here to tell you about by using Python, we are having one small application which means password generation model, eligibility for voting model. So basically, this model is designed to help during for vote the people who are going to vote. For them it is very useful. So suppose password generation should be for everything, password should be secure, so it should be able to protect our data, and it should be helpful hackers or some other people could not get our data easily. So for that we should not set a weak password, is not good for a system that demands high confidentiality and security of user credential. So because if we provide weak password, it's not good for our also, and for others it is easy to access our data. So it is not good, and confidentiality and security of user credential. It turns out that people find it difficult to make up a strong password that is strong enough to prevent unauthorized users from memorizing it. So people usually they forgot passwords. For example, when we create an email ID, many people during creating an email ID they will give a password. But after some days or after some weeks, if they try to log in or due to some issues, they forgot it. So to easily get that password, so to easily set a high level and to easily set one good password, so on we can easily remember that password. So for that, here by using Python we are designing a model. So a mixture of numbers, alphabets and other symbols found on the computer keyboard to form a 12 character password which is unpredictable and cannot easily be memorized. So by creating a long 8 to 12 digit, usually many websites will ask for 8 to 12 digit password. So here we are going to take 12 character password. So it should be contain numbers, alphabets and other symbols. So good some websites which are very famous, those websites will demand these things like good alphabets, numbers, everything should be there, then only it will take. But when it comes to some websites, they won't think about it. They just we can give numbers, and we can give alphabets. They won't worry about all those things. So for any website or for any app, these things should be, we should always think about these things. Alphabets, numbers and characters should be used minimum one, and it should be 8 to 12, and 12 means it's good, it's well and good. So some people will give small passwords, so the people who are having some issues mentally, so they can easily go through that passwords. But 12 character password is very good, and we can easily protect our data. So the components of the passwords are represented in the form of arrays. So it's we usually use here arrays. Use the random method to select at least one character from each array of characters. We are going to take a random method to select at least one character from each array of characters. So in a array of characters, so the array means usually mm, some bulk characters group will be there. So from that we are going to take one random. So for example, we are going to take in an array where just we will take one short from short. Okay, so in that, so it's a 12 character password required. So fill the rest of the length of the password left with randomly selected characters from an array formed from the combination of all the characters needed in the final password. Anytime the password is generated, shuffle the password using random shuffle. So to shuffle password, I mean, we can by at first we can give a array of one password, 12 letters password we will give. So by going onwards we can random using this random shuffle, we can shuffle that password. If we shuffle, it will give one password. Even we also don't know what may come. So it is a computer, and it will compute and it will provide a random password to ensure that final password does not follow a particular. So yeah, the people cannot easily think like the computer is going to follow this pattern, that pattern. So they can't get it easily. So this random shuffle is used for this purpose. And here we have written code, program code, and usually this code first we will import the required libraries like the random array and the maximum length of the password, that is 12. This can be changed, and mean the maximum length we can change that. So maximum length to 10, maximum length to 20, we can change according to our wish. So we should declare all the characters that we need in our password and characters and all those things. So here digits usually we take 0 to 9, and characters A B C D, that capital letters and small letters we will have, and symbols, all symbols I have we have mentioned here. So by combining all those things, all those these characters, okay, and symbols and that numbers, digits, usually called digits. So all using all these things, we are going to create a password. So that password will be good. And now we are going to see. So like so output. So after all giving all those things, so we will get YF2BY, capital U dollar at, and small z capital T small g 5. So this is password. So this is generated by using this usually that shuffle, random shuffle. This performs, and this output we got. So this output the people cannot think in their dream also, this password. So this password the humans easily not like, oh, this is a password, though they cannot think like this. So this is very useful, and no one can access this password, and even not our data and everything. We can easily save our data, and we can sleep happily, we can live happily by providing this type of passwords. So here we have important array module, and so I'm going to explain this. This is the explanation, all what I have explained till now. This is the explanation I have mentioned in these slides. So here we are importing the array module and also the random module, because we will need to generate random choices. So I told you no, so it will generate a random password. I mean the people cannot think. So it's a random. Random means people know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's digits are special characters, and hence we are then generating a password that follows the characteristics of a strong password, and it will provide a strong password. It's a good password to save our data. So this Python, it's very helpful in this form. So in India, to be eligible for voting, a person should be 18 or greater than 18. So everyone knows in the Constitution of India has limit from 18 years. After 18 years, everyone can vote by having voter ID. So for this, we will use this criteria with the if else conditional statements in our program. So we have used if else also, and this if else this program is generally the people who are eligible for vote. I mean eligibility for voting model. The people who are eligible for vote and who are not eligible for vote. For this, we have used this program. So here, suppose first we are going to take input. That input is enter age. The man or anyone who is going to vote or who is going to check his eligibility, he will enter his age. If age is greater than or equal to 18, the statement if is usually used to whether true or false. If the condition is true, he is eligible for voting. If not, else. The else statement is used to is whether it is true or false. If false, if statement is false, then else will execute. So then it will print that not eligible for voting. Even in some other programs, we are going to use if else. I mean if else we can use for check by checking. We can check many conditions, and we can go through the program by using if else statement. And here this is a small program. It's very useful for checking the eligibility of people who are eligible for vote. So here, for example, the output for this eligibility of a voter who is going to vote. So first I have taken age 25, it's greater than 18, so he is easily eligible for voting. And program, so I have given another 16, so 16 is lesser than 18, so he is not eligible for voting. So and he cannot vote in, even in he can vote in his dream maybe, but not here. And program of 3 or 18, 18 is equal to 18. So in our constitution it is mentioned that who man who is having 18 years, man or anyone, the Indian who is having 18 years of age, he can eligible for voting, so he can vote for in an election. So this is my small presentation about generating a password, strong password for people. So in, I think it is useful for you. If you really like my content, you can like this video. And yeah, it's some small mistakes in my English, so I will correct it in future, and I will give some good content regarding about Python. And even I am a easy branch student, so I can give some more information. If you want any information, you can always mention in comments. So I will try to give some information for your questions and for your queries. So thank you for this time, for your time. And if you really like this video, do like and share for your friends, friends. Many engineering students are there, so you can support. If that subscribe, you can just subscribe, you cannot pay anything for subscription, you just click on that subscribe and do support us. Thank you, thank you.